come here. Wow, that's really loud.
Yeah, I'm about to lower right now.
Okay, now, yeah, but there's an echo. Can you guys see here and there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. We would love to have more parents come in person because this is really how we can connect, and questions will come up and I'll be able to just answer them like we just did. So thank you. Thank you for all the other parents. We understand that some parents do have work and they can't make it, but we also appreciate you being online and watching. The goal of today's PDO session with us is to make sure we have a strong connection between home and the school. Because without you, we can't do it, right? So as I first started, we really want you to feel and know that we have an open door policy. Any parent can come in. As I shared previously, I don't close my doors. My door is always open, unless I have a meeting or something. But my door is always open. You can feel free to come in to let us know if you have any concern, any question, anything that comes up, any good idea, we're open to it too. And then we're here to hear you, we're here to help you, because together is what we are going to, how we're going to help the students get better and be successful, okay? So, but the main way of doing that is through ParentSquare. This is the fastest. I know it's not always convenient for you to show up and come to school. Some of you have other kids, some of you have work. So ParentSquare, we're very active on ParentSquare. I have a lot of parents that do reach out to me through ParentSquare. I try to respond within a few hours and make sure that I get you the answers that you need. We're also always posting what's happening around the school. So sorry for posting too much, but it's good to always have you, know what's going on, the cute videos that the kids are doing. We're doing a lot of things here around the school. So why the home-school connection is very important is because it's that triangle, right? We know parents, school, and teachers, it's what we really create, that great environment for the students and make sure that are successful. There are things that we see here you probably will not see at home. We will share that with you. There are things that you will see at home that probably we will never get to know here. Also share that with us so we can make sure we all know that our student really well so we can help them really well. If we really don't know our students, what their needs are, then we can't really help them. So your side of that triangle is very, very important. Okay? And as I mentioned before, it's not always for concerns, but we want to make sure that if we are doing something really great, we want to know that you guys also enjoy that and like that and support that so we can continue doing it. It's also very important for us to know that. So it's a shared responsibility, and the most important part is build that trust between both of us. We need to build that trust. You need to know that we're here for you, and we need to know that you're here for us too. Together, we will make that happen, okay? I know we had a few examples this year that, some parents came to me with a suggestion or a concern, and I worked on it right away. The second day it was fixed. If you see something happening, let me know. If I can do it, I would. No problem. If there's an issue with it, I'll come and tell you, well, it can't happen because of 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just move past that, and then we'll move on. But please share. Well, we all know the studies say that, that connection will ensure student success. It will actually increase with a lot of percent student success if parents and school are on the same page. What can teachers and staff do? We keep communication happening frequently through the newsletter, messages, and platform like ParentSquare. It's very easy to post things, send you pictures, what's happening in the classroom, nice videos, field trip, this and that, this is what's happening, events in the school, things that happen in the school, God forbid, something urgent happened, we'll share that with you immediately so you guys won't be wondering what's going on around my kid's school, so we'll let you know. But on your side too, we need you to be also aware of what's happening around the school, so if you can come and help, we'll be more than happy to have you here. Okay, attend meetings, share feedback, because your feedback is very important to us. We might be able to see that something is working, something is good, but you might have another feedback or point of view, and then together we can find common ground and move from there. Again, two-way communication is always the best way of communication, right? One-way communication is not going to take us in. That's why all education changed. We don't do lectures anymore in the classroom. It's all hands-on, student-centered. Student is taking ownership of their own learning so they can actually really be successful. And that's the same way here. We both have to take ownership with our students' learning so we can make sure that they are successful. And we have a lot of parents here that are on the PTC committee, which I love, but you know firsthand that when your kids see you at school, how happy they are. When you participate in school events, how happy they become. When you go with them to the field trip, okay, how happy. They're like, oh yay, mom went with me, dad went with me, we had so much fun, you built memories together, so that is great, okay? And that is why we have ParentSquare. That will keep us all informed. Everything from now on is through ParentSquare. It will reach you immediately, and then you can talk to us and let us know how things are. We can message. Anything that you want to comment on ParentSquare, come straight to me. I will answer back. Okay? I will reply back. And without further ado, we have Mr. Charafeddine here. He is our ParentSquare expert, and he will be sharing with us a lot. Instead of me going through all of that, Mr. Charafeddine will actually go through it. And if you have any questions about ParentSquare, he's really the expert and he will be able to answer us. All right, thank you so much. Any questions for me before we move forward? All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, hello everyone. My name is Mr. Charafeddine, I'm the Family Engagement Community Liaison. It's a pleasure to be here. This is working. It's working.
Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah.
I always get your messages.
Higher?
About forms.
But we're excited about ParentSquare. I think you already are using it. First of all, does everyone prefer me to speak in English? It's fine? Okay. So first of all, let me talk to you a little bit about family engagement. What does it mean? So in the 2010s, there were a lot of research coming out about things that affect the achievement of the students. So, you know, there are tools in the classroom, there are technology, there are websites, there's tutoring, there's after-school programs, and there's parental involvement. And they found out that the most effective thing, one of the things that affect the student achievement the most was parental involvement. And that research, because everything they make decisions, the Department of Education, based on research, based on science and data. So if the thing that affects the student achievement the most is parental involvement, they said we're gonna try to encourage parental involvement. So they start investing into what used to be called at that time parental involvement. So by 2012, they started having budgets to increase parental involvement in the schools. The schools already do stuff for parental involvement. They started having a budget for that. And then they started having individuals. They can't afford a full-time person, but they have individuals who dedicate part of their time to focus on improving parental involvement. So in some schools, they have family engagement liaisons. So in the district, I am family engagement. So my job is to increase parental involvement to ensure that parental involvement takes place. So the district started to, what does it mean to have parental involvement, or what happened later, they changed the name from parental involvement to parental engagement, because involvement is a little bit just being involved, but engaged is actually like more interaction with the children. And then they found out that not all kids, actually almost 1/3 of the kids are not actually parented by parents. They have guardians, they have uncles, aunts, grandparents. So they changed the word parent because it wasn't sensitive to the reality, and they made it family. So it became family engagement. So that's family engagement. And one of the things we did in this district is when social media started to happen, we said, okay, we want to reach out to the parents wherever they are, and if they are on social media, then we're going to reach out to them social. So we started using technology, email, Facebook, and then Instagram, and we don't care what we use. What we care is what gets to their parents. If it works, if it gets to them, then we use it. Like right now, we feel that in the next 10 years, more parents will be on TikTok. So we started TikTok account already for Noor. It's not heavy, but we're there. Before the parents get there, we are there. Um, and technology eventually caught up to us, and that's what ParentSquare is. Is eventually they actually created the technology. We used to, have Remind for text messaging, and then we use Class Dojo, which is an amazing software. And the thing about Class Dojo, since they started, other softwares are expensive actually, but Class Dojo, since they started, they had a pledge that we will be free forever, and they stayed free. They struggle sometimes. They try to sell other things, but they're going to continue to be free. And the greatest thing about Class Dojo is the points. They have a point system, so it's called positive behavior support. So you're kind of reinforcing positive behavior, giving points and awards. So that's gonna stay. Like teachers who are using that will stay. But as far as communication, now we have the super communication software that's gonna change how schools do things. And believe me, all school districts will switch to it eventually. Now, some school districts, they have their own apps. They've already invested to other things. But Dearborn Public Schools already switched to this. It is the best software out there right now, and it has saved us a lot of work that we used to do before, combining about 10 different softwares to do everything together. Now there's one software that does everything. So we'll go over it today and how it enhances your involvement in the school. You basically have the whole school at the tips of your finger. Every single admin, every single teacher, there's a directory. You can text direct message to everyone, and you can control your communication. So at this stage of time, the concern is what's called communication fatigue, is that there's over communication, and from everything, from everywhere, from the supermarket to the relatives, friends, schools, college, work, everything. So how do we control this communication? So that's also what I'm gonna show you today. So it has an Android app, it has an iOS app, and also you can very simply register online, ParentSquare.com. You can have an access online. Now, there is a school record system that we use. It's called PowerSchool. You don't have to know the name. But the same company made ParentSquare. So ParentSquare is kind of the existing software for the student record. The branch of it is for parent communication. So the good thing is about that is that all parents are already on it. It's not something that we need you to request to have access to, or to you have to opt in. You're already in. You're already registered. You're already in the system. All you have to do is access it, and you access it through your phone number or email that's in the system. And both parents will have equal access. Now, they can set their own communication. Sorry for that. they can set their own communication, and a parent can always opt out. It's a little bit more complicated. They have to fill a form to opt out from communication. But they can very simply just turn it off, because when there's an urgent message, we will send it and we will override whatever you're setting. And I think all parents want to be notified that there's something urgent. So I don't recommend opting out, but it's an option. If the parents wants to have nothing to do with it, they can opt out. I also want to update you that in our system, we used to only accommodate one email, and now we have two emails for parent one, parent two. For the mother, for the father, we have each email. So both of them can have access to email, and both of them can have access to phone. You can sign in to ParentSquare using your phone or your email. So what is ParentSquare? It's basically a central hub for communication with parents and community, and it has all the tools to make it really simple. It looks like this on computer, it looks like this on the app. There is a feed that is chronological in the center, and then there is a left menu and there is a right menu which shows the calendar. Payments, we haven't started that yet, and also forms. And on the left, that's on the desktop, you have three types of menu: communicate, explore, participate. As if you're a member of a group, you can see also your forms, sign-ups here. Under explore, you can see the school calendar. You can see the directory of all, and you can contact any person in the school, staff member, using the directory. So you can look up for any staff by name, and you can contact. And also, if you want, there's photos that have been posted. You don't have to go scroll to find the post where the photos. You can go to one place that has all the albums, the photos, the videos, the files. You can look at all of them. There's some important links here. And the communicate shows you the post, and if you want to send a message. And on the phone, there is no left menu, but it is this, what's called burger menu. If you click on this, then it will show up these, and also some extra ones at the bottom, and then there's three buttons where you can access more of the features. So both with this burger icon, and if you click more, you'll see more options. Now, I'll tell you right away, from the best features of ParentSquare is the automatic translation to over 180 languages. So when you set up ParentSquare, you can set up your preferred language. Let's go to that, and then come back to the rest. So you'll get, we already invited you, and you can register or you can opt out. If you opt out using this form. If you register with this link. Who got a message like this from me in the beginning? You did? Okay. And you accepted registration.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep reminding parents who did not register. I remind them once a week. So I send them this message once a week. They either have to opt out or register. Otherwise, I keep reminding them for once a week. And then we're going to start doing that eventually, once we know that parents have not missed that. But right now, we're making sure that parents get the opportunity to register. And once you click it, you can activate your account. And when you activate your account, you're going to set up your password. And you're going to confirm your email and your phone number. So it's going to send you it's called this two-step verification. So it ensures, because you're connected to your child through your phone number and email that's in the school system. So how do they know that you're not someone else trying to be you, and they just put your number and they want that? Because they're going to send you a text and you're going to verify. So this is very important way of verification. So your email and number, the two-step verification is the way to verify. And also the name has to match. And also we will ask you to confirm if this is your child. Just in case there's a mistake, you'll say, no, this is not me, or you say, this is me. And when you confirm, this is when your account is fully set up. And then after you do that, you're going to So this is a step that I want you to know about. I want you to let other parents, if they ask you, if they ever complain to you, I'm getting too many messages, to know how to set up their communication. So if you're on your phone, you go to the burger menu, you go to account, go to notifications, there's three ways of you getting the message, or three platforms. First, if you have the app, you're gonna get what's called push notification, which is basically the app notifying you by itself in your phone about something. And the second is the text message, and the third is the email. So for each one of these three, you can set them up in one of three ways. You can either set them up as off, so you don't get any messages through that way, or you can set it as instant, which means you get it right away when a message is sent, or you can set it as digest. Digest means you get one message a day at 6 p.m., which summarizes everything that you've missed in the last 24 hours. So for example, me personally, the staff has the same ability, the student has the same ability. Students grade 3 and up also have ParentSquare, so they can have access to I'll talk about it in a little bit. But I, for example, have my email on digest. I don't want to get an email right away. I get one email a day. Remember, again, this is not urgent messages or urgent alerts. These will override your notification settings. Wherever you have your notification, doesn't matter. If there's an urgent message, you're going to get it. We have the authorization by the FCC to do that. Schools have the authorization to do that. It's like a state emergency thing, when you get alerts on your phone. And you get a phone call. So we used to send messages like snow days using us. Now we're using ParentSquare for that. So you'll get also a phone call from ParentSquare. So this is how you set up your messages. You can set your text instant, and you can set your push notifications in the way you want. And then each phone, is different how you set up your notifications on the phone. That's something that has to do with your phone settings. But I advise you to do it in a way that you're comfortable. So if you're getting uncomfortable by too many messages, right away change your settings to make it comfortable. Now, I'll tell you also how we send messages. So we send messages, we have three options when we send messages. We have an option to send a message and notify you based on your preferred preferences. So that's the default. 90% of the messages we send are like that. You're going to get them the way you have set up yourself to get them. The second way is we override your settings and make it instant. So if you have something set on digest, you will still get it right away. The teacher has that option. Why? Because let's say the teacher is going in a field trip and they're coming late. So they want to let the parents know that, we're going to be arriving at 3:15. So she doesn't want to wait for you to see it at 6 p.m. She wants to see it now. So they have the option to override and send you instantly. That's not still urgent messages. It's not emergency. It's just like they want you to see it now because it's kind of timely. So we only use that if really you need to see it, immediately. Like, for example, the teacher in the morning, wants to remind the parents of bringing something to class. She wants to override the parents' settings. And the third option we have when we send a message is only to post, not to notify. And we do this for things that are not important. We do this for things when we share community news. So sometimes different nonprofit organizations or the police department or the fire department, they share things with us to share with the parents. So we share it, we don't notify you because we don't want to overburden you so we only post it. When do you see it? You see it when you open the app, you'll just see it there. If you don't open the app, you won't see it. So if you open and scroll, you'll see it there. And one beautiful feature that I told you I want to tell you about, on the computer, by the way, it looks like that, the same way, is the preferred language. So you can set up a preferred language on your app. And when you set up preferred language, then you'll start receiving messages in that language. It will be translated automatically. The school also has a preferred language, and it is Arabic for us because the majority second language is Arabic. So the whole site can be translated with a click of a button. But for you, whatever you choose, there's over 180 languages. Whatever you choose your language, you will get the messages in that language. And when you send the message, you can send it in your language. It will be translated automatically to the teacher, and the teacher, when they reply in English, it will be translated automatically to you. Will you see that? Yes, you will see. It will say this is a translated message, and it will leave you a small button that you can click if you want to see the original message. So if something doesn't make sense, maybe you want to look at the original language. So this, overrides all the language barriers. It's a very important step in the communication. And second, it also has accessibility. So if a parent has a disability, or they're, for example, blind, and they use a special app to, everything is, so the way the accessibility works is that there is a reading software that reads for them everything that they're seeing. And even if there's a picture, it will describe it to them. And this will happen with this software, so it's more accessible. And it will also describe all the pictures and in their own language too. So some of the features I want to share with you with ParentSquare is that the teacher has the ability with ParentSquare to send a form. So as you know, we've sent the forms this year. I know they were too much. There were 20 forms. It's considered really, it became like a game for some parents. Like, did you do the last one? And I think next year we have to change the format of these into one.
I was gonna ask you that,
Yeah.
why this year?
Sorry.
Yeah, you see, when they're long also, there's an issue, is that you have to scroll through.
Yes,
It's about
It's
40 pages.
exactly. I know, but we used to get it like in one email, we open it, we do
Yeah,
all of them
yeah.
at one time and done.
Yeah,
Me, you know what I did? I made like a cheat sheet for me, and every time I do one, I write it up. I did this one, I did this one, I did
Yeah,
this one, and I go back and.
I'm sorry, it is my fault.
It's okay.
I had to make a
We're learning
decision.
too.
See, the forms, the problem with the forms is that they are separate forms. Like, for
Yes.
example, the FERPA is a government form, and it's a separate form. So we really didn't know how to handle this except this way this year.
Mhm.
But for next year, we have to change the form. We have to change the forms themselves,
Oh.
and they have to be approved by the board because they
I'll
will
have to
change. Yeah, there is a board. So we have to change them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I found.
Yeah, that's.
I just found something. I
That's
didn't
good.
sign it, I
Yes,
just
Yeah,
signed
no.
it.
yes, yes.
There's a tool that you
There
can
is,
find
with
which
all
one that you
forms,
signed
and then the
and
ones
which
that
one you
are
did not.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I found that.
Are you?
Yes.
Now I did it. Like 3 that are missing, they're done.
Yeah, the star means it's complete.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's-
And we keep sending reminders for the
You
ones
do?
that.
Yeah.
You sure do.
I'm
It's
sorry.
good.
You know, I have
We need the
next to my
reminders.
office, I have another staff member who's also a parent.
Yeah.
So every time
But
they
that's
send a
amazing.
reminder, I hear the alert on their phone.
yeah.
So
Oh.
when I do like 3 or 4, it's okay, that's enough.
Maybe I do no verification. What's it called? Notification.
Notifications.
Now, I'm not sure, the teachers have, they're still new, we're kind of ahead. Like, I know Dearborn Public Schools, they got ParentSquare, they only have 3 posts since they got it. But us, we're heavy users, we're fast adapters. And that's, the charter schools are usually like more flexible doing stuff.
Mhm.
So we've been using it, but you're gonna see more. So one of the things, for example, when it comes to parent-teacher conferences, you're gonna be able to book an appointment on ParentSquare.
Yeah.
So that's it. Also, the teacher can have sign-ups, they can have volunteers, they can have, they can create groups. So if your child is a part of a team, chess club or a sports team, or maybe a tutoring club or something, they'll have a group for that. So you'll also be notified through it.
So they don't have to use like Sign Up Genius from now on, they could just.
Nothing
use
else.
Perfect,
Yes, no sign up Genius,
yeah.
nothing else is really needed. All of it is embedded in ParentSquare. The calendar, by the way, so every time there's an event that has a calendar attached to it, you can add that to your phone. And you can also just go to the school calendar, either by clicking here, or on the calendar on your phone, and just subscribe to the whole calendar where it adds it to your phone. That's up to you if you want to do that, but it just connects it. Now, what events are you gonna get in your calendar? The events that are set up school-wide. So remember the little calendar that we have, that we give you at the beginning of the year. So all of that is inside ParentSquare. We've digitized it, so if you subscribe to the calendar, you'll receive all that information. And also all the events of your children in the different classes. So if your child is in a class, they have a field trip, the teacher creates a calendar, it will also go to your calendar. So only events related to your children, and also school-wide events and district-wide events. I think I'm gonna stop at this point and take your questions, if you have any questions about.
You said we could create a student Square account, or is it already there? I see my kids' names.
Yes,
Do they
so-
just click on go there? How does it work?
Yes, so grades 3 and up,
Yeah.
they have a school email.
Oh, yeah, their email that they're like on
Yes,
to
and
their
that's
Chromebook.
basically when they go, you can go to studentsquare.com
Okay.
instead of ParentSquare. They go to studentsquare.com. We send them an invitation to their email. They can accept it, or they can go to studentsquare.com and just sign up with their email, and they'll have access to Student Square. And then over there, they can add their personal email if they want to. They can add if they have a phone. I mean, we use this for also high schools, so they can add their phone number. So the teacher doesn't see their phone number. The teacher doesn't just the teacher sends a notification or a post for the students, and the students receive it on their ParentSquare. The way also, just like you, the way you've chosen to receive the different messages. The nice thing is that all that is monitored. It's all that there's a record of it. It's also open to the principal, so the principal can see the direct messages between the teacher and any parent or student. So there's a transparency in that sense. Yeah.
And on Student Square, will they be able to say like, the month lunch menu? You know how they post it, and I see it. Sometimes my girls, they like to see, so they could track when they want home lunch or school lunch. Will they be able to see that too?
Yes, so they'll see the school-wide posts.
Okay.
That are set up to be seen by students. So when we put a post, we can set it up to be seen by parents, staff, students, or all. So
Gotcha.
but usually we do include students with all this information. They'll also be able to see there's class groups. They'll be able to sign up for forms like we're doing. I know there's no student government here, right? But in the schools that have student government, students are signing up. Sometimes there's groups that are open. If you click on groups, there are groups that are open for everyone, so you just join the group. This even has the ability to add guests from outside into a group. So let's say that you have a group, for example, an athletic booster, and you have some members of the community who are part of it. They can be added. They'll only see that group, and they'll only see posts in that group, and they don't have access to everything else. They don't see directory or calendar or anything, but they'll just be notified like everyone else is notified. So we do this, for example, when there's a coach, because a coach sometimes is not a full-time staff, so they're added as a guest, or a substitute. They're added as a guest to a group. And it's attached to PowerSchool. So when you have any update you do in the main office, it will automatically be updated here by night.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you like it so far? Have you been using it?
Yeah, compared to Class Dojo, the communication is a lot better. I do like with the Class Dojo when they get the points.
Mhm.
You know, the
Yeah.
kids still love it, still
Of course,
see it.
yeah.
But the communication and, you know, I think more parents are seeing that versus with the Class Dojo because of the notifications. I
Yes.
know a lot of parents last year did not see the notifications that came from Class Dojo. But with this one, I noticed from a lot of parents that they know right away that there is a notification or something posted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Class culture is still happening in
Yeah.
the classroom, so
Yeah.
students still
They
get
still
the
get the
points, they
points,
still,
yes.
just parents are not on it anymore, so it's between
We're still getting
teachers,
the points.
students,
And
they still
yes.
get points, they still get the rewards, everything that's part of Class Dojo,
Yes.
other than messaging and communication, is still in the classroom happening. But we just don't invite parents to it, so we limit communication, so parents don't, but it's to ParentSquare, so you guys can reach us through ParentSquare.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
For attendance, when are parents notified if the kid is absent? Because I got a message that my daughter was absent the next day, or no, same day, but it was at 6:15. That's kind of worrisome to me. She was in school, I talked to them, they cleared it up. She just had an absence for some reason. But my concern is, if I'm dropping off my daughter at school, she doesn't make it, I want to know then, and not when I'm with my
Good
daughter.
question.
That was very
Why six,
worrisome.
are you sure 6:59, not 5 p.m.?
6:59 p.m.
Hmm.
I was putting them to sleep, you know. You were in all your classes today, right?
Yeah.
And she's never been absent before.
You received it through, did you receive a text message also? Okay, go. But that doesn't show the time.
You see over here?
Oh, okay,
Wilson went
okay,
into
okay.
school on October 9th at
Okay.
6:59.
Yeah,
I was
because
very
have-
worried about that because it's like if she did not make it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
class.
no, I set it up at 5 p.m.,
That's-
but yeah, I just wonder whether, maybe there's
But
a
then
lot.
would we still be
So-
doing at 5 p.m. though, or not
No.
like at 8
So
in
when
the
a
morning?
student is absent in the morning,
Yeah.
and by the way, the office used to call them.
I would rather get a call if my kid is not in school and I
Of
drop off my
course.
kid at school. I want to know
Yeah.
if my kid is not in school.
If the student is absent in the morning, or even tardy in the morning, you're gonna get a notification at 9
Okay, I
a.m.,
haven't gotten any of those, so that's good, my kids are on time.
which is before even the end of the first period.
Yeah.
But we give enough time
Okay.
for,
them to make
because we give enough time for, if the teacher is late in writing the attendance or something, we give it enough time till 9,
Mhm.
9
I'm
a.m.
okay, not a long time.
Yeah,
I was
so you
I was
get-
so worried.
So
And
there's
when
two
you
times.
get the message, it would say if it's excused or not excused, like if you had called and said she's sick, it's excused.
So you haven't experienced that
I haven't
yet?
experienced it, I mean, my kids are making it to school, which is good.
Good.
But I also was wondering, like, if they are not in class.
Yeah,
And I
so,
did
so
drop
that's
them off.
something new,
What happened to my kid?
which is a convenience for parents, that if your kid is tardy or absent, you're gonna get a message, and it will allow you to actually click on the link and type the excuse. So you don't even have to call the school,
Oh, cool.
they don't have to call you, and they'll get it, and they'll accept it, and it will be an excused absence for tardiness. And they'll do this if they're absent for the first day, for the second day, the third day, it will send you a message to tell you, please call the school. And then the school will call you if you don't call them, because by third day, then there's, you need doctor's notes.
But the
But
first
that's-
hour,
the first hour at
if
9
they
a.m.
don't come and I don't excuse them, I get a
Yes.
call or a message?
Yes,
You get
yes,
called.
definitely.
And
Because
at
I've
5,
been through that, yes.
and at 5 p.m., you don't have to worry about it at Noor because they don't transition. But at 5 p.m., parents get a message also with all the tardies or absences during the day. Which you don't have to worry about. It's like more important in high school when students transition.
Like go to classes and stuff, that's
And
understandable.
this has been a great for the parents.
Yeah,
So
that's
when
nice.
someone's tardy in the
Sometimes-
second, third hour,
Even if you
and
call.
absent the fourth hour.
Even if
So
you call,
usually,
they'll still tell you.
if a student is absent from a classroom, you will be notified.
But
Yeah.
it's not, if they're skipping or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't, we're skipping, the student will be.
So they just want to.
But in a bigger
I'll get
school,
already,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good feature.
He's like, my daughter went away somewhere,
don't
decided to
worry.
walk away, that's not good.
Yeah, and if you reply to the message, if you go to the site and ask for help, and you write the message, it will come to us, to my department, and we will right away ensure that we usually answer in less than 24 hours, we resolve whatever issue you have, whatever it is. So you also have a central hub where if you have a concern, you don't have to like think, oh, who should I talk to? You can just send us a message and we'll send it to the right people.
So like right here, when I did get this, I sent back, I said like, message, and they said Ava was never absent. I didn't get anything back. Who's supposed to be messaging me back? Because I had to wait till the next day to talk to the school. Who will be messaging us back? Like
This will, if you,
How will
is
this-
it on the alert?
Yeah, this is, so like, I got the alert, right, and then I went to it, and I said, that's weird. So I messaged it, and I said, hello, Ava was never absent. I didn't get anything back.
Sure not. I think it's not.
That was
You
my
sent a note.
yes.
Okay, that goes to the main office.
Okay,
And if you want to stop by and ask them, did you get my note?
that was the first years I had.
Yeah, yeah. He will not call you if there's no concern.
Scary.
Sorry, I missed it, I have to go out to class, but usually the drill, you get everything through ParentSquare, but also for us here at school, by 9, we have all the attendance submitted and everything, 9:10 max.
Okay.
If your child is not in school, you're gonna get a phone call.
Okay, good, 'cause my
Ladies
husband
will
was
start
not home
calling,
that
why
day, he got
is,
text
why is
message.
that student not here, what's going on? Yeah, and then,
Yeah,
even though you will probably get the message, you will get a phone call right now.
Okay,
yeah.
my husband was not home that day,
It's
and
not
he got the
excused.
message too.
Yeah.
And he called me, he's like, what happened to Ava, why was she not in school?
No.
She's in school.
And
So if you
even
don't
if,
hear from us, that means
That
you're
means
good
you're-
sometimes.
but even if she calls, like, let's say at 8 and she says, my kid is sick,
Absent,
absent, is sick or something, you're still gonna get a message at 9
Just for
saying,
notification, that's fine.
your student is absent, but it's excused absent. So you're still gonna get something around 9. Yes. Even
So
if
then
you
don't call them and say, I already
So
excused her,
if
because it's
it
just
says
like
excused,
automatic.
you don't need to call, but like, let's say you called and then they didn't put it as excused, just call them and say, hey, I did call and said she's sick or he's sick, God forbid. So they would change it to
Did you
excused.
get that?
Huh?
Because I don't think it will send a message if
Yeah,
it's marked as excused.
no, on the Power School, yes.
Oh, ParentSquare, yes.
Yes,
No,
it
this
does.
one.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
on
Well,
parents.
we're talking about this one.
Yeah.
We're talking about parent.
clarification.
Yeah, we're talking about the parent square, don't you get the
But
message?
don't you get notifications from Power School too?
I learned about Power School today.
Ah,
Yeah.
You should set it up too,
I
to
set
get
it up today,
notifications.
I learned about that today.
Yes.
so
You would get a message too. Yes.
Yeah. We have, and by the way, ParentSquare, we have about 50% of the parents on ParentSquare in the school over here, which is more than average for schools, but usually not a lot.
No, it's nice, it's,
Yeah, but you have access to your child's grades.
I had
Basically,
no idea until
it's,
today,
yeah,
which is
it's
very.
grades, assignments, and
It's okay, you'll learn it.
grades, assignments, and attendance.
Attendance.
That's what you see in PowerSchool. You have access both online and on the phone. If you go to the quick link, the link tree for Noor, it's linktr.ee/Noor int Academy. It's also in the links.
For the parents, for the parents.
It's-
You already
if you
did
go
I
it?
to-
got it today, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
If you go to ParentSquare and you click on links, you
Yes,
also see
it's
that
nice.
link. It's basically the link tree for the school. One of the links says parent
I was gonna send you a message.
is
if you allow
PowerSchool recent request.
Even
So if
when
you
the
ever don't
email
have
is
access
changed,
to PowerSchool,
like from
you can
day to
request
day,
access.
it will tell you.
and someone will email you with that recent. So only new parents get a letter with the access because your access doesn't go away. So
We'll
you,
add more kids.
right, but if you want to reset, you forgot your access for any reason, it's all on the link over there. Yes.
The link tree code is also in the main office on that bulletin board. If you wanna, on the way
What
out,
is that
I'll
for?
show you. It has all the school links that
Gotcha.
you need, like ParentSquare,
Perfect.
PowerSchool, everything. So I'll show you that as well.
Okay, cool.
So that way.
Yeah, I recommend saving that link tree on your phone, something that has the number, has the address, has all the social media, it's like, yeah, everything is there.
I'll show it to you. on the way
So
out.
I signed all the forms
That's
that you receiving
You
notification.
know what?
Perfect. You still receiving notification? Did you sign up for all the children?
I just want.
Really?
Oh, okay. Show me the notification.
Yeah,
Which
it
notification?
I think
You
I
still have
didn't. Yeah, I
Sorry.
checked and deleted the email. It was email.
Oh, it was email.
Yeah.
Did it say which form? Because sometimes a parent fills the form, but they forget to sign it. And if it's incomplete, it reminds them.
Okay.
And when you sign it with the same name. Are we done with time?
No, you still have 2 minutes if you want.
Okay, if it's open for questions, we can dismiss earlier.
Yes, it's up to you guys. If you still have any questions, we're here for you. You're good?
Yeah,
Are we good to
please
go?
enjoy coffee.
Yes.
You deleted the email?
Yeah, I couldn't find it now. I was just want to make sure I'm good.
Can you forward it to me when you get it? I just
Yeah,
want to check out.
sure, I will, thank you.
Any other questions that you have about ParentSquare?
This is not about ParentSquare, but you know how the kids did their testing? How do we,
And
Figure
then
out.
NIA, it will be sent home next week.
okay,
that reports.
Yes.
okay.
So next week you will get that home and you with it another NWA packet that's called study plan.
Mhm.
And that study plan will include all the skills that we are going to focus on with that specific student based on their scores. All right, so if that student scored at this level, what skills does that student need to still work on to get to that high level? We will send that home. Please don't be alarmed, this is not homework. It's gonna be probably a few pages, but don't be alarmed, it's not homework. It's something that we will work on all throughout the year. But just to give you a heads up, so when we send home and we say IXL L57 or LM something, you will know like those codes if you wanna look back in your paper and say, oh, okay, what is that about? And then you can say, you're expected to just sign it, please, that you've seen it, and we'll send it back home, and we'll start working with the students on those plans, so we can make sure that our scores are all high this year.
Okay, cool. That IXL for Ava, sometimes when she finishes her homework, she wants to like do, right, like more. She's getting a lot of like first and second grade recommendations. Is there a reason?
Yeah, that means we are going to look into that, especially in kindergarten. Usually we
Yeah,
don't
it's
set it up
different.
into mastery for it because they're still new. But if we go and start working on a mastery level, then it'd probably be a little bit more challenging. But if she's getting recommendations, I know.
Second grade, sometimes she's like, gets like discouraged because she doesn't know that it was like
So you
900
can just don't have
plus
her
50
go.
plus 10.
Don't have
She's
to go on
so
it.
she-
But
so she
I
thinks
will
she's-
review with Ms.
Okay.
Mubarak, thank you for letting me.
Yeah.
I'll review and then we'll set all the skills that we send home up to
Even first
mastery.
grade, fine,
So it
but-
keeps going
Yeah.
until they really master the skill.
Okay.
So it will just keep going on and on and on until they master.
She's getting like discouraged when she doesn't know them, thinking that she's supposed to know them, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, it's okay, this is her second grade, you don't need
Yes,
to
just
know
don't have her
this.
go on them. It tells you if
Yeah.
it's second, you just don't have
Just
her.
all skills, like don't go on their.
Yeah, just don't go on the
Go
recommendation
to
one, but
other
yeah.
skills and, you know.
The skills are the ones for the home, right?
Yeah,
so we'll
send you the code.
Okay, cool.
So there's like a 3-letter, 4-letter code that goes with it, and then she types it up there, or you type it for her up there, and then it opens the activity, and then it gives them.
Yeah, and
And
sometimes
Betty and-
the teacher will highlight the ones that she wants to be done first, like in yellow.
Has she been doing that for the last, like,
We do it in the class though, not yet at
I'm
home.
saying I haven't not
For
been getting that.
Yusuf, there is some that are highlighted in yellow, he's working on
I'm
that.
sorry.
Sorry, I just want to tell you, thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
Thank
thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
appreciate it,
Thank
it's
you.
helpful.
Contact me.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
We're free,
Yeah, no problem.
this is all I get, is just work on activities on.
Oh, no, when I go to an Excel, and then there's a section that says Muslim, there's a section. Your teacher, and see, if you click on that, this is what her teacher wants.
should be working.
Yeah, now if she finished that, yeah, the app is different than.
HES Academies have been serving the Detroit metro area for over 23 years, promoting academic excellence, leadership, and cultural diversity, ranking as some of the top schools in the state of Michigan. Our pre-K through 12th grade students enjoy tuition-free, state-accredited education by STEM certified and highly qualified staff with no geographical restrictions, and with advanced placement, college dual enrollment, scholarship, and Arabic language programs. Noor International Academy in Sterling Heights at NIAPSA.org, Star International Academy in Dearborn Heights and in Canton at StarPSA.org, Universal Academy in Detroit at UniversalPSA.org, and Universal Learning Academy in Westland at ULAPSA.org. Join HES Academies today and enjoy a free Chromebook for every enrolled student.